and then starting to count. That's how I feel. I might have to go back to watch the
video, watch it again.
But I think that count was so delayed. I think I counted about 14, 15 seconds. I don't know if they made this a rule or not in boxing. They doing that pointing and telling him to walk over here to make sure he good. Like I've heard him like when the fighter get up, he say walk towards me a little bit. He grab his gloves,
right.
rub his gloves on his shirt. That's what the referee do. I've seen that before, but he's telling Tyson Fury to walk over there, come back to me, all that. Like I never seen that in boxing.
Yeah.
Like you cannot extend this man's time. Like I really felt like he extended his time, which brings me to the conclusion of the draw is so epic. Now, this is a aspect of the fight that I think went well, and actually it saved boxing. Boxing is known for having some shaky judges. Known for.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think we had some decent judges here. And one of them really did too bad, but
I think the one that scored
the 13-13.
No, the Wilder 115 to 111. I thought that was a terrible score.
I like once again, I can't say that he was one of those fighters. I mean, he was one of those judges that seen it like me. Like I seen Wilder win 2 of those rounds, maybe 3.
The 9 knockdown rounds.
The 9 knockdown rounds. Yeah. I say 2 rounds. I say 2. I give him 2.
Yeah, I gave him 2 as well. I gave him the first and the second. I gave him the 9 and I gave him the 12th. The 2 that he knocked him down in.
But between like I said, the storyline and everything, and I think this was one of those things where if it was a delayed count in the referees end, I think this draw just clears up everything. I think it get the referee into like clear daylight. Like he didn't make no mistakes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought the referee called it perfect.
He definitely did a good job.
I thought he called it perfect.
He did a good job.
This was probably the best refereed fight I've seen
in a minute
ever.
Yeah. But for any people that's in doubt of whether Tyson Fury did enough to get that belt, I think the ref he showed that. Even if he did help out a little bit, which I think he did with the count, even if he did help out a little bit, this draw showed that, the fight was so epic and close enough that it's an amazing decision.
Yeah.
Amazing decision. I think this is one of the best decisions made in a minute, too, as far as... Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So, after the 12th round concludes and it's the end of the fight, and we're standing there with the... With the referee, they said the fighters standing with the referee. What was your initial thought on who won the fight? What was your initial thought on the results of the fight?
My brother, as my witness, Marques Estell,
our other co-host.
We was watching the fight together. He looked at me when the fight was over. He looked at me as they, hugging each other, giving each other props, and said, "What do you think?" I looked at him. I said, "Draw." And we'll see him back. I nailed it. Once the fight was over, I nailed the draw down pack. Like I had it. Like you can tell how it was. It was laid out between the storyline and how each man fought their game plan. Deontay Wilder executed his game plan. Tyson Fury executed his game plan. Tyson Fury pretty much outboxed Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder pretty much shut him down with that right hand. He laid him out 2 times. Laid him down. Or put him down the first time and laid him out the second time.
My initial thought when they were standing there and they're getting ready to announce the scores, I thought Wilder had lost. I'm not going to lie. I was like, damn, I think Wilder just lost his fight. The reason why, I felt like Tyson Fury was the better boxer throughout the fight. I felt like that he scored the more points. Besides the couple of rounds that I gave Wilder in the knockdown rounds, I felt like that Tyson Fury won that fight. And then when they announced that, the judges have scored as a split decision, when they announced that way, I was like, okay, this is about to be a draw. And then when I go back and I watch some of the highlights and I think about it, I think it was a draw. So my initial thought was Fury won the fight. And then after like analyzing the fight, and I'm going to watch it again eventually when it, gets up online, and I want to definitely watch it again and give another opinion on it. But I'm I definitely thought the judges got it. I thought the last judge that scored the 113, I thought he nailed it. I feel like he got it perfect. That's the way I scored it. Ultimately, I gave the first 2 rounds to Wilder. I gave him the 2 knockdown rounds, and then I gave all the other rounds to Fury.
Right,
and I felt like it was definitely a draw, and I felt like it was definitely not a bad decision in my opinion.
Right, and I'm on board with it because I'm telling you, as well as Tyson Fury outboxed Deontay Wilder, I don't think it was enough to take that belt from him. I really don't. Draw was the best thing that could happen for the sport of boxing right now in the heavyweight division. I think that decision was needed actually for no type of robbery, no type of doubt, because I assure you the second fight will be more decisive. Whether Tyson Fury come out and outbox him, he ain't gonna get clipped by that big right hand, or Deontay Wilder clipping him with the big right hand, and I don't think he'd get up next time, or he apply a little more pressure.
What Wilder was saying post fight was that he was very impatient with his punches.
True,
and I agree with that 100% because you can see that. Like I'm sitting there watching the fight, and you see Wilder keeps doing the same combination: jab, overhand right, jab, overhand right, and is missing every time. And I'm sitting there talking. I'm like, yo, why is he not changing it up? Every time he throws that right, Fury is literally ducking it every time. Yep. I'm like, yo, and to me, that's his corner's fault. Like, first of all, like Wilder has to know you've been in this fight game. You're the champion. You got like 8-9 title defenses. You should know by now that you need to switch up your game plan because what you're doing right now isn't working. And that's also in his corner as well for not installing that in his head because you're seeing the fight way different than what he's seeing. So if you're in his corner, you got to let him know, listen, that right hand, you're telegraphing it every time. You got to switch it up a little bit. If you're going to double up on the jab and then throw the right, or double up on the jab and then throw a left with that same hand, or throw an uppercut. He hit him with a couple of uppercuts like later on in the fight, which I'm pretty sure the corner finally adjusted to it. But to me, like Wilder, he went into this with his like plan A and only plan A.
That's all he had.
He didn't have no plan B. And his corner did not make any adjustments. I thought they did a terrible job of making mid adjustments. And to me, Wilder, he got lucky that he was able to get those 2 knockdowns. Otherwise, he would have lost that fight easily.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was luck. I think it was will and determination. That man.
Don't get me wrong. Like, definitely the will and the determination. Like, he went in there with the like, I'm the champion. I got to do something. But at the same time, he was lucky to get those shots. Because I feel like Fury got lazy.
I see what you're saying.
I feel like Fury got lazy on them shots that he got hit with when he got knocked down. Like, I didn't feel like that was Wilder pushing the issue. I felt like that was just Fury getting lazy on his defense.
Yo, shout out to Tyson Fury for coming forward after being knocked down, knowing he's up. Like after that first knockdown, I would have been so like lackadaisy. I would have been bouncing back the whole time. I would have pulled a real Floyd Mayweather. But Tyson Fury still tried to apply the pressure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Fury was not backing down.
He was coming forward.
Right.
I was real surprised.
How many people do you see that do that to Wilder?
No.
Like go at him.
You don't do that to Wilder.
Exactly.
And Tyson Fury, he executed well.
Yeah, very well.
With that aspect.
And then you want to talk about the heart of a fucking lion to get knocked down like the way that was a knockout blow.
You're right. I don't know who they heart is on the same level.
That was a fucking knockout blow in that 12th round, and him to get up and continue to fight and then even stun Wilder after that.
Listen, I told Nick, I said this Tyson Fury got up like fucking Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck. He rose up like
it was like some movie shit.
Man.
Yo, you remember in Creed, the first Creed movie? When he got knocked down in like the 12th round and then all of a sudden he just like sprung back up or the 11th round. Right. That's what it reminded me of.
Classic.
Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, listen, I gotta say this, man. I probably already said it in the beginning of the show podcast, but this fight was amazing.
Yeah, this was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
Amazing, man.
That was an excellent fight and it definitely was great for the sport of boxing. Couple of other notes that I had made on the fight. So I mentioned Wilder's corner. I felt like they definitely need to do a better job with adjusting mid fight. Like he went in with one game plan, they didn't come in with a plan B, and they didn't make any crucial good adjustments in my opinion until like late in the fight.
Oh yeah, I did want to comment on that. I sort of feel a little different because I listened a little bit got a chance to listen to a little bit of Deontay Wilder's corner. I was trying to key in, but I think his coach was telling him like, yo, you need to do something. Like you got to switch it up. Like you gotta make it happen. I think he told him he was down. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like you're down on this card. Like you got to get this knockout. You got to push the envelope. But I just think Deontay Wilder in his own mind, and he said it after the fight, in his own mind, in his own soul, like he really felt like he could have got Tyson Fury out of there.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And he did only have one plan, Plan A, and he stuck to it. I think he executed Plan A, though. I think he did.
To a certain extent. Because if he would have executed, I feel like if Plan A would have went the way it's supposed to went, he would have finished him off. And I felt like that Plan A wasn't working. I felt like that his corner may have been telling him that he's been down, because it's kind of obvious to everybody that he was down in his card. But they wasn't telling him the adjustments that he needed to make. They needed to get in his ear after round 7, because at that point, like he kept doing the same shit, and it was the same shit and the same shit and the same stuff. And it's like, yo, dude, you got to change this up, man. You gotta instead of throwing that overhand right and trying to finish him, hit him with a double jab and then hit him with the left hook, or go to the body a little bit more. I wasn't hearing none of that from his corner.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder, he came through, man. This dude is a real champion.
Yeah, I fucks with Wilder.
Listen,
I'm glad it was a draw, and I hope we get another part 2.
He stands strong as my second favorite boxer right now. My first favorite is Errol Spence. Not to get off topic or anything.
Yeah,
but he's my second favorite fighter for a reason. This man brought it. Now listen, let me explain this to you. Since you want to talk about that knockdown in the 12th round, earlier on in the fight card, a man got stopped. The fight was stopped. I can't remember exactly what fight it was, but the man got stopped and he was standing on his feet asking the ref, like, why are you stopping it?
That was the Ortiz fight.
Right. Yeah. So, like, I get that this is a championship fight for, this type of caliber fight. You kind of want to give Tyson Fury that chance, but I think he was gifted something. If anybody got robbed, I really do feel like it was Deontay Wilder with that decision, man. Like, I think the referee somewhat messed up, and with this draw, I think it's all covered up because the way Tyson Fury boxed and everything, like he was so far ahead on the scorecard and all that. Like, you can't take that from Tyson Fury either. You know what I mean? So Deontay Wilder, and because that brings me to the I said he executed Plan A. Deontay Wilder landed that right left and dropped him. And when I say he's limp, the man fell straight flat on his back. Immediately, you have to talk, concussion protocol. You have to talk. You got to take that in consideration. This man his eyes roll back. You get what I'm saying?
I didn't see his eyes roll back, man.
I did. Listen.
I didn't see a knocked out man. I didn't see a defeated person.
No.
I seen.
Listen.
When you, real quick. Let me retort. When he knocked him down, he hit him with that right, and that was initially what started to drop him. Mm-hmm. When he went down, it wasn't straight to his back. He went butt to back and then to canvas. But that left was the one that really was like, damn, that shit looked devastating, because Wilder looked like he got all of it in there, like that whole left. When he fell back, I did, like, normally when you see a fighter knocked out, like, remember when fucking Pacquiao got knocked out, like face first, like, it's over.
Yeah, that was
like
crazy.
When fucking Amir Khan got knocked out by Canelo. Like, that's what it's over. Like, those are defeated fighters. When Tyson Fury got knocked down, I didn't see a defeated fighter. I didn't see a knocked out person. I see somebody that just got knocked down with a clean punch. He didn't look out of it. He just took his time to get up.
I somewhat agree with you, because what we witnessed, how he got up and what fashion, got to his feet and all that. But, man, like I said, we're going to have to watch this fight again.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it again with you.
Yeah, because, man, any other ref, I think, would have stopped that fight.
I agree. I think, yeah, I agree. I feel like more of like a veteran ref. I don't know who that referee was. I never